Well, it looks like silver's spiking today, along with gold and platinum and palladium. And there was a reason I saw that last night about basically it was on the Financial Times, on the major media. And I don't even know how much silver bloggers are picking it up, but it was basically about all-time record. I'll repeat it again. I know I said it on the last video, but I'll repeat it again. All-time record volume on Treasury notes on the CME for Treasury note bond futures, 10-year, 5-year, and 2-year, all-time record high. So, what does that tell you? And there was a sell-off, and the interest rates spiked up to 2.235%, which was the highest they were since April of 2012. And then it kind of settled back down. But again, all-time record volume on 10-year, 2-year, and 5-year treasuries. So that's the thing. But I said I don't expect silver to go up $1 tomorrow, and here it's like it's moving up pretty good. I mean, it's not quite up to $1 a movement, but it's up quite a bit. So I'm going to say that I think this is the real beginning of the end. And I said that, not that I'm trying to play Karnak here, but I'm going by pure street savvy. That's all I'm doing mostly. I look at all the facts, but then how do you put them together? I think during the Obama administration is when things are really going to fall apart. And it might be into 2017, but I would not bet on the gold bull being 10 years longer. I think there's going to be something in place before that happens. If it really gets ahead of itself, and here's the whole key. It's not exactly what it is priced in dollars. It is more like what is it priced in, say, food or maybe other large hard assets. Like, for instance, back during the 70s, in 79, I remember when gold and silver was going up way then. But like if you looked on the car lots, they weren't selling. And you might think, well, why do I need to get a car? That might be a smart move if the cars are heavily discounted. It's going to be items like that are going to get heavily discounted. It may be houses too. Right now, I wouldn't be putting any kind of down payment down on property or buying property. But property and other large ticket items may be extremely depressed. It may be furniture. It may be carpeting. It may be household appliances. So you want to look at, if your silver's going way up, don't just look around in the stock market where there's another investment. You might want to buy big ticket items that are going to last you a long time. And I'm talking about for later, not right now. But it looks like that's the way it's going to play out. If you look back in the 70s, and I remember that in 79, I remember like they were ridiculously discounted, the prices on cars in the lots of new cars at that time. Way, way down. And encouraged me to buy something at that time. I remember that. And gold and silver were way the hell up. So that's what happens. Like, we're going to probably see energy costs go up. We're going to see food costs go up. Silver, gold, and maybe big ticket items. So, if you're looking for that next move, part of that next move might be to buy those big ticket items that you might need. It might be, it may not be stuff you might not need. Maybe stuff you just want. Maybe you want to buy furniture. Maybe you want to buy carpeting or whatever. Maybe the subcontractors are hurting for work to be done on your house, or new driveways, or whatever you're going to put in, a built-in swimming pool or whatever. Those might be smart moves for the future. So, but those are going to be other types of assets that are going to be extremely depressed if the economy is terrible. And we see the commodities going way up. It's going to be a lot of hard, durable, large items that are going to actually go down in price. And you look back in Germany, it was almost like at the height of the currency collapse. A city block, like you buy a city block for like a one gold coin in Germany. But there's going to be a peak when that's going to occur, and then it's going to drop off. Because they're going to have, in other words, it's never going to be like what the silver maniacs say sometimes. Like when you really get really out there, they're going to tell you like Silver's always going to be worth all this money. I think it's going to spike like crazy later on. But you want to dump it at the right time. And may not make the best investment. I'm not going to say go buy stocks. Just maybe you want to buy big ticket items and things that will last you a long time. So to me, I think this is a big crack in the facade right now, big time. And it's like, when we see these bonds hit all-time record volume for 10-year, 5-year, and 2-year, that's telling me. And it's a sell-off. And I mean, it's like an avalanche sell-off. Hey, don't tell me what's going on. I mean, hey, you can't. And then you're seeing the metals moving up a lot today, right? So that might have been it for the metals. I don't know. They would always throw curveballs at us all the time. And, I really don't have a freaking guarantee that that was it for the metals. But it may have been. Because this bond sell-off, to me, is a major red flag that the dollar's in trouble. It's coming to a head. And I think it is going to come to a head in the Obama administration. We only got a few years. So just hang on. It's gonna play out like crazy. Like I said, when it goes up, don't just look at the price of silver, what it is. Some of those, when we see silver go way up, I expect it almost to play out like in the 70s. You might be able to buy a car, like the car prices might be dropping. They might be trying to give them away. They're probably going to be having lousy sales. That might be a trade-off right there. So just keep that in mind.